have you been in here? I mean, since you're already here, we might as well just go talk about Hippie Hollow, but then we're gonna have to talk about this whole breaking in and hiding in the closet thing, because I'm just gonna keep it real, it's getting kind of weird. The first couple times we laughed it off, but it's getting kind of creepy. But that can wait. Come on. Alright, y'all. I hope you are comfortable and have a spooky vessel of some sort to hydrate with. So in my last video, you may or may not know, I went to Michael's and finally saw the Hippie Hollow line. And if it sounds like I'm whispering, I'm trying not to, but everyone's sleeping. And it feels very cringy. I'm talking into the microphone because I'm trying to make the audio better for you guys. It feels very cringy filming with other people in the house. But I'm trying my best. Last week we went to Michael's and we saw the Hippie Hollow line, and I have some things to say about it. I made a video on it. If you want to go check that out. It was just the decor hunting. I didn't really give a lot of my thoughts on it, just in case you didn't care about that. But if you're watching this video, I guess you do. I don't know if you know this, but my holy trinity is spooky, vintage, retro, pink. When it's all those three, it's just like, and it just straight serotonin into my brain. Basically, I was, surfing the webs as I do, and I came across one of y'all. You posted part of the line, and all I saw was some pink velvet pumpkins and like a pink velvet skeleton and a pink coffin, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that. But I also stopped myself from looking too much because first off, I wanted it to be kind of like a surprise, and also then I quickly learned that not everyone was feeling it. Some people had some things to say about it, and I didn't want to subconsciously have my opinion changed on it by other people's opinions. So literally, like, when I would see it pop up, I would like cover my eyes and fast forward until I saw it last week. I don't like being negative, but I think I'm gonna start with more of my negatives or negative stuff I felt about the line, and then we can talk about the positive stuff so we can end on like a positive note. So I'm gonna be honest, when I first laid eye on it, or my eyes, how do I speak? When I first laid my eyes on the line, I was immediately disappointed. I was like, oh, this is it. It just didn't wow me. Like, the pieces that I was like actually really excited for, I felt like in person I was just like, oh. And the piece that I was most excited for was this like pink coffin shelf. But then when I saw it in person, the back of it was like these like flowers were on the back. I thought it was just like completely pink. Maybe there is one. I know there was like a serving tray that was like that. The Michael's I went to, I know it didn't have the full line, but it had a good amount of it, and I went online after and pretty much looked through all of it, and maybe I was tripping. I'll have to look again. But when you're gonna spend that kind of spooky coin, I don't really want to have to spray paint it to make it my style, so that was kind of disappointing. And then also disco balls. No hate against disco balls, but we've been seeing a lot of those, and so I don't know what kind of meeting happened where they were just like, yeah, that's what they want, and that's what they're gonna get this year, disco balls. Which it's either there's like a big meeting, like big spooky meeting with like Michael's and Joanne's and all the other ones, or there's a double agent that is leaking information and they're just trying to piggyback off of each other's like themes and ideas and make the best. I don't know. But disco balls, I was kind of like, oh, that's the first thing I saw was like this garland with disco balls on it and like some like flower flag looking things, and I was like, not my thing, but you know. And then I'm not really a fan of like this new thing I've been seeing the past couple of years, I believe, where it's like skeletons of different animals, I guess. So you have like all the skeleton dogs and they were like tie-dye, and I was just like, oh, okay. Again, not my thing, but I don't want to like poop on someone else's thing. So I'm sure my thing isn't a lot of people's thing. So, but another thing I noticed, or a lot of the stores do this, where they just do too much with it. Like, bring it in a little bit. Like, if something didn't have the words on it, or if it was all just like one color, it would have been like a definite buy. And then I also felt like when I was, like picking stuff up with my grubby little fingers, some of the stuff felt really, really cheap. And it was not cheap. But it just felt like they missed the mark in that a lot of the items were filler items. But I did see some things that I actually really did like, and if I see it on clearance, I will probably pick it up. So I think that's everything negative I have to say about the line. But let's talk about some stuff that I liked. So right off the bat, from my old noggin, my favorite things are still like the velvet pumpkins, the little pink velvet skeletons. I wish they had like a giant pink velvet skeleton because I would snatch that up in a heartbeat. I also really liked this thing. It said Groovy Ghouls on it, and it had like a little bat. I didn't love like the flower print on it, but anything with ghouls on it, I want it. So honestly, when I was actually like editing through the video and like rewatching it quite a few times while I was editing, it really started to grow on me more, and I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty cute, and I liked a lot more of the stuff than I did when I was first seeing it in the store. But I do think it is really cool that they kind of went really out the box with it. I really like 60s, 70s era style of clothing and decor, but I just feel like it just missed the mark. Yeah, it felt kind of rushed and thrown together. I don't know. But I also like that they were trying something new, and even though pink and like retro stuff isn't everybody's jam, they were still like, you know what, let's roll with it and see what they think. And so I actually really appreciate that, and I hope that they keep doing that because I will buy it. It's just some of the stuff, or a good portion of the stuff, just wasn't down my alley, and that's okay. That's how really everything is. And now I feel like I'm rambling, and when I edit this, I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about? I think I touched on everything that I wanted to. I think. This is why it helps to make notes about stuff and then read them. before you record. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk to y'all about with the line. Definitely tell me your thoughts about it. And now that I've already seen it and have my own opinion on it, then I will definitely be also watching more spooky ghouls videos on the line. So yeah, but definitely tell me your thoughts about it. But we can also just gab about whatever you want down in the comments. Hit me up, girl. Girl. Hit me up, ghouls. And if you were into being spooky all year round with me, then make sure you subscribe, because even though we're spooky all year round around here, we get especially spooky on Fridays, because that's when I post. Until next time, bye!